as we remember some great Evertonians as ex-players, as supporters. Just a few to mention, like Kevin Campbell and John Hurst, Jimmy Husband, Les Helm, of course, behind the scenes at Everton, Craig Shakespeare, Mick Gannon, Viv Busby, Frank Darcy, Paul Holmes, and so many Evertonians from all walks of life who've left us in 2024. The referee is Tony Harrington. He'll get us underway. We'll keep you up to date with, of course, Tranmere Rovers and their game against Barrow with Derek Jones, who'll bring us updates on that game. And we'll keep you up to date as well with the other games in the Premier League. Remember, Leicester 0, Manchester City 1 was a 2:30 kickoff. Savino with the goal there. Forest in a huddle over in front of their supporters on the far side. Everton are all set. Idrissa Gana Gueye about to get us underway. Total Sport Merseyside, first of two commentaries today, because at the conclusion of this game we'll be crossing down to North London for, or rather East London I suppose you could say, West Ham against Liverpool. But first up, it's Everton. Referee, I thought had blown the whistle there and then has stopped. Now he's blown it. And Everton with Idrissa Gana Gueye get it back to Jordan Pickford. High ball forward towards Broyo's won it in the air. Well, it's gone straight through to Matt Sells. Well, that was a good start, Michelle, wasn't it?
Good start. You can see the direct ball there from Pickford, and that's what you want to see, isn't it, from Broyo winning his first header.
Wearing number 22, getting that first start for Everton in the league, and hopefully we'll be able to provide Everton with the incisiveness and the goals that they've been looking for, really, to go with their good defensive plays. A foul on Jack Harrison there, and is that going to be... No, it's not a yellow card. Morato with the foul, and it's going to be a free kick for Everton just inside the Nottingham Forest half of the field. So Everton attacking the Sir Philip Carter Park stand in the first half. Floodlights layering away, but conditions are good, and Ashley Young back in the side today, 39 years of age, is going to take this free kick just to the side of the centre circle. I think the referee now is okay with everything and blows the whistle, and Ashley Young now will, well, he play it in a measured form to Harrison, who then gets the cross in. That's headed away. It'll come back towards Idrissa Gana Gueye, flicked on again towards the penalty area. Decore was in there, headed away by Anderson, and now Nottingham Forest will try and break with Alanga, and that's going to go out of play, is it? Yes, for an Everton throw. So, well, we've only played a minute and a half, but it's all Everton so far.
Yeah, it's a good start from Everton, but that's what you don't want, isn't it, when we've got the likes of a set piece in their half straight away. They've just attacked and came out, but luckily we won the throw.
Yeah, Langa's in good form at the moment with goals in his last 3 league games after failing to score in the previous 28. So it's amazing how, I mean, that's confidence for you, isn't it, I suppose. Nico Williams plays it back now to Morato, who will play it high towards Chris Wood, headed away by Jared Branthwaite. Ashley Young goes up for a header there, and that's going to be an Everton throw coming off Ramon Sousa. It was a late change for Nottingham Forest coming into the side. And I just wonder how much that can disrupt you when you have to, when somebody gets injured in the warm-up, Michelle. That's not ideal, is it?
No, because you've gone through the week, haven't you? You've prepared with the team, the starting 11 in the week and in training, even the day before and the morning off. You've gone through everything, and then it's a last-minute change.
Throw in towards Broya, goes out of play for another Everton throw as they make progress down this right-hand side. And again, Ashley Young will take it. Short now to Idrissa Gana Gueye, plays it high towards the penalty area towards Harrison. Nottingham Forest, though, will bring it away with Nico Williams. Down the line it goes, but no problems for James Tarkowski to get it back to Jordan Pickford in that light green outfit. Drives one to this near side, and although Harrison slipped, I don't think he was going to get it. It was well driven by Pickford.
No, you can see as well, Forest have set up 3 at the back, isn't it? We were thinking before, was it a 5 or a 3? It looks like they've gone for a 3 at the back.
Nico Williams will take the throw in. Forest in all red, attacking the Gladys Street end first half. Arms folded. Nuno Espirito Santo, what a job he's done this season. Williams to take the throw for Nottingham Forest. Halfway inside the Everton half. 0-0. 3.5 minutes gone. Ball is played back now to Anderson. And back inside the Forest half. And Milenkovic will play to Ola Anya over on the far side. Alanga will play back towards him. Decore with the challenge. Branthwaite, but given away, and it's picked up by Gibbs-White. Ball played forward, and well, Tarkowski gets it away, not very far though, and the ball will be played in high again, but easy for Jordan Pickford. Just a slight misunderstanding there. Pickford came out a long way, and Tarkowski, I don't think, saw him. Yeah,
and I think the ball held up a little bit, didn't it? So Pickford didn't know whether he was coming or going there, and Tarkowski's just cleared it.
Safe enough though, and it's back with Tarkowski now for Everton. Here's Mangala, 2 number 8s there, and Mangala's lost it to Anderson but then recovers, and Mangala just does enough, and you can hear the anxiety around us in the crowd as Anderson was closing in on Mangala there, but he's on the ball again and plays it just over the halfway line. Mikalenko's ball forward is cut out. Decore wins it back. Here's Iliman Ndiaye. Now Decore, and well, Harrison was in a decent position. It's a great turn by Iliman Ndiaye, edge of the penalty area. Oh, and he's blasted it over the top. It's going to be a goal kick, but great play from Iliman Ndiaye. The first we've seen of him so far, and it just needed the finish.
And that's what we were saying about earlier. You can see the ball in from Decore. What a turn it was. He takes the player out. He's done the hardest part about it, and then he gets a shot off, and you just want him to hit the target there, and he skies it over the bar.
He must be a nightmare to mark because he's so quick on the turn. But good signs anyway in the opening stages as Wood tries to head the ball forward for Nottingham Forest. They've got it now with Nico Williams, and back it goes to Marato. Good challenge though coming in from Idrissa Gana Gueye, and it gets a round of applause from his manager Sean Dyche. Good closing down. And the throw-in will be taken by Nico Williams. 0-0 on Total Sport Merseyside, live from Goodison Park. West Ham, Liverpool still to come. No goals. Tranmere against Barrow as Harrison feeds it forward to Mangala. Harrison again with the ball towards Breuer now on this right-hand side. Down by the byline. Can he get something on this one, or maybe win a corner? No, it's going to go out for a goal kick. And he just ran out of room there. And there's a goal in the Premier League to tell you about, and it's come at Tottenham, but not for Tottenham. It's Tottenham 0, Wolves 1. Wang Hee-chan. Chang has got that one. So Wolves, who seem to be able to get results out of nowhere from time to time, even though where they are in the league, they're one of those teams that Everton have got to be wary of, because the draws that Everton have not really moved them high up the table. And Wolves now in front of Tottenham, and you just do not know what to get from what you get from Tottenham week in, week out, do you? And now Wolves are in front there. Ball is back now with Marato, and now Nico Williams. Wang Hee-chan with the goal. Forest coming forward, ball played forward now. Pickford, just enough on that one to go through to the Everton goalkeeper. Just 1 or 2 signs, Michelle, that Forest is settling into the game.
Yeah,
now.
You can see, can't you? They're quick on the attack, and that's what they're looking for, the direct ball.
Ball back with James Tarkowski. Still Leicester 0, Man City 1, and now Everton have lost it now, and there's a free kick against Tarkowski for a foul on Sosa, and in fact it's going to be a yellow card for the Everton captain. Tony Harrington, the referee.
I think he's took the extra touch. He didn't need to take that touch, which just ran him into Sosa, and he's stuck his leg in. I think that's where he's got the yellow card.
So it's going to be a free kick for Nottingham Forest. It's not where the ball is now. I don't think is where the free kick's going to be, is it? Or we'll see. At the moment, Dominguez has spotted the ball down, and now the referee's telling him to bring it back. It will be a crossing position though, halfway inside the Everton half. Tarkowski goes in the book, and a moment of worry here for Everton. They've got to make sure they mark up, get everything right. Jordan Pickford barking out the instructions from the 6-yard box, but it's quite a high line. There isn't anyone inside the penalty area, and it's going to be taken on this near side. Ball is played in towards Wood, takes one bounce and goes through to Jordan Pickford. And now Everton with Mykolenko. Down the line towards Iliman Ndiaye. Can he get a corner or maybe something better? But good defending in the end. It's going to be cleared away by Milenkovic. High towards Gibbs-White, but Everton win it back now with Idrissa Gana Gueye. Here's Mykolenko now for Everton. Gana Gueye down the left flank, trying to work a little 1-2 there, but it's going to be cleared by Forrest. Wood with a header down, and Everton might just have to get back now. Morgan Gibbs-White has it. They've got two forward on the left, one on the right. Ball played out wide towards the right-hand side. Back it goes now towards Gibbs-White, the Forest captain. Here's Dominguez. Now to Anderson. Will be at Prenton Park in just a second, but Forest coming forward now on their right-hand side. Anya now will play it back towards the halfway line. Still Forest have possession. Dominguez has it now. Anderson. Now Morgan Gibbs-White. Everton still have got everyone back in shape. Gibbs-White has it once more. They're getting a little bit further forward here, Nottingham Forest. Ola Anya now out wide towards the far right-hand side. Chance to cross surely eventually, but they're taking their time over it. Anya to Anderson. Back it goes now towards Dominguez, out towards that far flank again, but Everton are going to win it back finally, and it's Doucouré who'll pick it up now, plays it to Jack Harrison. Bit of space here now inside the centre circle. He's got Broja forward through the centre, and he just delayed the pass, and now Anderson can bring it away for Nottingham Forest. He's got Sosa on his left, goes towards Chris Wood on the volley, it's wide. Goal kick for Nottingham Forest, more on that shortly, but a goal at Prenton Park for Derek Jones.
And it's gone to Barrow after Tranmere dominated possession in the opening 10 minutes, but Robbie Gotts made some space for himself in midfield, fired a speculative effort inside the penalty area, took a deflection off Jordan Turnbull, it wrong-footed Luke McGee, and unlucky to go behind, but Tranmere have. It's Tranmere 0 and Barrow 1.
Bad news then from Derek Jones. Tottenham have equalised against Wolves. Bentancur's got that one, so it's 1-1. A couple of early goals there. Still Leicester 0, Manchester City 1. No goals elsewhere. Certainly no goals here. It's 0-0. But that was a moment of danger as far as Forest are concerned.
Yeah, and that's what you don't want to see, isn't it? Jack Harrison had the ball in the middle, and he's misplaced his pass, which was sloppy wearing, and he had options on a little bit earlier.
And Ndiaye again spins away from a challenge and buys himself half a yard. Got a bit of space now. Here's Doucouré up towards the edge of the penalty area. Mangala. He's got Ashley Young now on this right-hand side. Chance for a cross. Just checks and then goes on the outside and then whips the ball in. Didn't really have the height. It was headed away by Morato. Tarkowski now. Edge of the Forest penalty area. Still James Tarkowski. Is it worth a shot in towards Broja, who, well, it was a difficult one to do anything with, and it goes through to Matt Sells.
I think he had a nosebleed, didn't he? Tarkowski won the ball there at about 10 yards outside the edge of the area and just drove in. I don't think he knew what he was doing.
Maybe just put your foot through it in a situation like that. Anya for Forest. And now it's back just outside the Forest penalty area. Morato. And again. And he'll go back to his goalkeeper, Matt Sells, the Belgian goalkeeper. High clearance over the halfway line. Mykolenko will head the ball away from Anthony Elanga. Ola Anya back now to Milenkovic for Nottingham Forest. Still 0-0, 12 minutes gone. Centre circle, Milenkovic now will find Elliot Anderson. Forward now to Morgan Gibbs-White. Nice little turn, but good challenge by Idrissa Gana Gueye, but the ball forward can't find Broja. It's picked up by Anderson again. Elanga now over on the far right-hand side, running at Vitaly Mykolenko, gets the cross in towards Wood, and a glancing header just wide. Probably the best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, it's a great ball in, isn't it? And that's what you don't want Everton. I think Mykolenko needs to get closer there on out wide. They've had a couple of crosses and you don't want Wood getting on the end of that.
So a goal kick for Everton, and it remains goalless. But I wonder whether that change that Forest had to make before the game has given them an extra sort of dimension further forward, because Sosa is a forward player, the player who's come in for Murillo, who's injured in the warm-up. Ball back now with Pickford. Pickford will just walk the ball towards the edge of his penalty area and then clips it towards Mikolenko, will chest the ball down on the Everton left-hand side. Moving forward towards halfway. Broja stretching, but Milenkovic was there with him. Branthwaite. It's going to go out of play for a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. So elsewhere, still Leicester 0, Manchester City 1. Crystal Palace against Southampton and Fulham against Bournemouth goalless. Tottenham 1, Wolves 1. Wolves were in front early on in that one, but Bentancur with the equaliser for Tottenham. Later on at 5:15 we'll have commentary on West Ham against Liverpool. Tranmere trailing at home to Barrow by a 0-0. Enya. Gibbs White now for Forest. Idrissa Gana Gueye at his back, so too Iliman Ndiaye brings it away and finds Doucouré. It's all very tight there, but Mangala brings it away and finds Iliman Ndiaye. Everton on the break now. He's got Harrison to his right. He ran into Morato. Seems to be on the end of everything so far. He's a big lad at the back, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's what you want, isn't it? You want Ndiaye doing that, exactly what he's just done. But I think the pass was on a little bit earlier to Harrison, just in behind. But it's great defending again from Forest.
Southampton have taken the lead at Crystal Palace. Well, Southampton obviously are bottom of the table. Palace, same number of points as Everton in 16th. Palace 0, Southampton 1. Tyler Dibbling has got that one at Selhurst Park. Ball forward towards Wood now inside the penalty area, over the goalkeeper and in the back of the net. And Nottingham Forest have the lead. It's Chris Wood. Well, in the end, it was a simple finish, just lobbing the ball on the volley over Jordan Pickford and into the back of the empty net. And Forest, well, after a good start from Everton, Forest have just got themselves into the game, and now they've got the opening goal again this season. It's Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 1.
It's a great finish from Wood. I think he's seen, didn't he, that Jordan Pickford has come off his line. He's round about the edge of the penalty spot. He's had the 1-2 and then he's just lobbed it over Jordan Pickford and into the goal.
So Everton now have some work to do. It was a good finish, but I suppose with Pickford so far out, it made the decision for him in a way. It just needed lobbing over him, and he executed it very well.
Yeah, you can see the ball through from Morata. I don't think Tarkowski was close enough to Wood initially. He's got the knockdown. He's played the 1-2.
Nice combination, yeah, between Alanga and Chris Wood. And we're just waiting for the restart, but a jolt for Everton. Long way to go, of course. Leicester 0, Manchester City 1 is a half-time score. Here's Young, comes back off Sosa and out for an Everton throw, which Ashley Young will take. Right in front of Nuno Espirito Santo. So Forest have now scored the first goal in 15 league games this season, which is probably one of the reasons why they're so high in the table, because when you go behind you have work to do, and it's not always easy in the Premier League to do it, but Everton have that challenge in front of them now. Nico Williams, only as far as Harrison. Harrison, well, he's being harried all the time. There's not a lot of space there, and Forest will bring it away again. Here's Nico Williams. Came back off Alanga, which was just as well, and it falls for Everton. Harrison can't get it forward. You can just sense the atmosphere now, can't you? A bit of anxiety around the place, Michelle.
Yeah, you can see it as well. I think when Nico Williams, when he's got the ball, he's looking to counter straight away. And Everton are obviously out of position. You can see Jack Harrison's trying to force things there. It's just controlling the game now, isn't it?
All back with Jordan Pickford. And here's James Tarkowski. It's the Forest fans you can hear at the moment. Big contingent to here. High ball forward towards Broja now, and it's, well, almost found him. Headed away and cleared by Nico Williams. Good header by Tarkowski to find Branthwaite inside the centre circle. Here's Ndiaye, who's looked Everton's liveliest player so far in the opening 18 minutes or so. Branthwaite. Forward to Broja, who's dropped deep to pick up the ball and gives it back to Branthwaite. Here's Doucouré, and now Ndiaye. Tight to that far touchline, the Everton left, as Everton attack from left to right in the first half. Broja now collects it well, takes it across the midfield area, finds Ashley Young, and here's Harrison. Harrison prods it forward, asking a lot of Breuer though, and well, Breuer might just be able to get a corner off Anderson. He has. I think it was a little bit too far in field for the defender to try and shepherd that out there.
He done well there to get the corner. I think Harrison just put a little bit too much on it, didn't he, initially, but he's done really well to get the corner.
So a chance for Everton to bring Branthwaite and Tarkowski forward. Mikalenko will stay back, but everyone else really in an advanced position, waiting for Iliman and Jai to come across and take this corner. Everton trailing by 1-0. Chris Wood with the goal, but a corner for Everton now, which Njai will take. Right hand side, Park End. Branthwaite and Tarkowski hovering on the edge of the penalty area at the moment, now getting a little bit further forward. It's a low one into Harrison, little back heel, well, doesn't quite come off. Williams will get it clear. A good challenge coming in from Harrison, but didn't quite come off that one.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it in the crowd, can't you? The frustration with tried to back heel it through to Ndai, and it just hasn't made it through.
Throw in for Nottingham Forest, which former Liverpool player Nico Williams will take. Throws it down the line. It's going to bounce. Sosa can't get there. Tarkowski is there, and he'll play it all the way back to Pickford, who's being chased down by Elanga, but plenty of time just to turn and then play a high ball forward towards Harrison, who'll rise with Nico Williams. This will fall for Ashley Young. Harrison. Down the line it goes, and Young's done well down by the byline. Now he's gone down. Is that a foul? No, says the assistant. And Forrest will clear. Here's Decore though. And now Njai. Forrest have got everyone back though. Iliman Njai looking to play it forward, but just has to check and wait, and just had to be patient that time. Mikalenko, chance to cross this, but he's played a ball down the line, which in the end Everton have got a corner out of it because a bit of a mix-up at the back for Forrest, but I think Mikalenko was caught in two minds there. Yeah,
he's played the ball, hasn't he, for Mangala, thinking he was running. But I don't know what the defender was doing there. I don't know how Everton have just got the corner from that.
Bit fortunate, but let's see if they can make something of it. Ashley Young will go across to take it. 1-0 for Nottingham Forest remains the scoreline. Both arms raised here from Ashley Young. Again, Branthwaite, Breuer and Tarkowski in a line around the penalty spot and edge of the 6-yard box. Here comes the corner from Ashley Young. There's Branthwaite. Didn't really get a clear and true connection on that one. It might have taken a deflection off a defender. It didn't, and it's gone out for a goal kick.
I think it's actually hit his shoulder, hasn't it? And he's put his head down. He hasn't kept his eye on the ball, and it's come up. Was it his head or his shoulder? Yeah,
it looked as though it might have been the shoulder, but actually we might just get another look at it now. I think it was off his shoulder. Yeah. But it's gone out for a goal kick, and it remains 1-0, which is a popular scoreline in the Premier League. It's Leicester 0, Man City 1, Crystal Palace 0, Southampton 1, Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 1, still goalless Fulham against Bournemouth, and Tottenham 1, Wolves 1. So you're up to date. We'll be with Derek Jones shortly for an update from Prenton Park as Tarkowski plays it forward towards Breuer now. He's got two Forest defenders there with him. Here's Nico Williams, but they're tight by the corner flag. Good challenge from Breuer. That'll go out for a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. Let's go to Prenton Park then. Any sign of an equaliser? Derek Jones.
Plenty of Tranmere possession here, but no sign of an equaliser just yet. One driving run from Sol Solomon, who's playing as a central midfielder really, but with a licence to push forward. He drove to the edge of the Barrow penalty area, brought down, but Tranmere couldn't do anything with the free kick. As I say, plenty of possession, but finding it difficult to find any end product at the moment. We've had 25 minutes. It's still Tranmere 0, Barrow 1.
As Tarkowski in towards Decore. Well, there was a little shout for handball there, but Forest clear only as far as Njai now on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Again, just turns away, plays the cross in towards Harrison, but just a little bit too far forward there. But there was almost a chance for Decore to get in there.
Yeah, and it was a great ball in from Tarkowski, and it was straight driven and it just lands at his feet. Sometimes with Decore, I think it's the aftermath with him as well. He needs to stay switched on because that ball could have rebounded back to him.
So a goal kick then for Nottingham Forest. Matt Sells to take in front of the Park End in a light green, not too dissimilar to Jordan Pickford actually, just a lighter shade. And he'll clear this one downfield now for Nottingham Forest. High over the halfway line. Tarkowski, well, Wood will win it, and Sosa now, he's gone down. Challenge from Ashley Young was not to the liking of the referee, so it's a free kick for Nottingham Forest, which is going to be taken, I think, by Dominguez, although Alanga has come across now as well. I think Alanga's going to take this free kick for Nottingham Forest. A good chance to swing one in towards Chris Wood's head. So Everton have got everyone back in the blue shirts as we await this free kick now, about 10 yards or so in from the left-hand touchline. It's floated in high towards the far side. It's headed up in the air and headed away by Branthwaite, and Breuer is back there to flick it down the line towards Njai. Again, that's a lovely turn to find Idrissa Gana Gueye. Armando Breuer now invites the challenge from the defender Morato, and out for a throw-in for Everton is Njai. Cross now to Ashley Young, but he was being marked there by Sosa, so had to be careful, but he's found Mangala. Mikalenko on halfway now. Everton left. Here's Mangala, being forced back by Anderson here, and Alanga. Here's Branthwaite. Look how far forward Jordan Pickford is as Tarkowski. Is that too high for... No, it's going to find Breuer, and he almost brought that down from a very, very high ball. Not quite. And there's a foul by Ashley Young. He's just got to be careful, because they're starting to mount up the fouls by Ashley Young, aren't they?
You can see that there, but what a ball that was from Tarkowski. He's tried to do that a couple of times this first half. I think that's in the plan. It was a ball that you look like it was never ever getting to Breuer.
Very difficult ball to bring down, but he almost did it. It's a free kick though for Nottingham Forest, which Morato now will take towards Wood. A good header back by Ashley Young to his goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who'll bowl it out now to Jarrad Branthwaite. 25.5 minutes gone. Still Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Decore. Now Mikalenko, and he'll go back to Branthwaite. And here's Tarkowski, another driven ball forward, this time looking for Decore, just too high for him. Ania is there and has to take a touch down by the corner flag. We'll get it away downfield. Was that a foul by Idrissa Gana Gueye? No. Gana Gueye coming forward now towards the Forest penalty area. Harrison had made a little run through the centre, but it goes back to Mangala now. They've got Ashley Young on the right-hand side. Here's Harrison, bit of space to move into if he wants here. Harrison going to float the cross in high towards Mikalenko on the far side. Up in the air it goes, and it's cleared high by Ola Enya. Tarkowski heads it forward. Mikalenko on the edge of the penalty area. Chance to cross in towards Breuer with the header, and he did get his head on that one, but it's well wide, and it's a goal kick for Nottingham Forest.
Difficult one to get the power from the cross from Mikalenko. It was just behind him, wasn't it? I think Jack Harrison's just missing out, staying out wide a little bit. Ashley Young's just being the widest there. He keeps going in, but you can see it's congested in there. He just needs to keep his width a little bit more on the touchline.
So a goal kick. Everton on the bench do have Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they've got Lindstrom, they've got Chamiti and Beto, so they do have forward players on the bench should they be required. Maybe a bit early for that yet, but Everton still trailing, and Forest have a goal kick. Sells belts it high downfield towards Wood. Branthwaite gets just enough on that one to find Tarkowski. Lower ball forward, but again Breuer is going to struggle to get that one. It's cleared to Nico Williams. Ball forward now down the line towards Wood. Branthwaite, little nudge, but Wood's still there with him down by the corner flag, and in fact the referee's given the free kick Everton's way.
Yeah, I think it's his hands, hasn't it, as he's tried to knock it through. Oh, he's given a throw.
He's given a throw in, has he? Well, it's a throw in which Ashley Young will take. Either way, it's Everton's ball. So Young is waiting for a blue shirt to offer themselves. Mangala is the nearest player to him. It might just have to go down the line towards Breuer, I think. But he needs to take this throw in quickly because he's had a long wait on it. Anderson. Loose ball finds Morata, and then a bit of scrappy play, goes out for another throw, which again Ashley Young will wait to take. Morato heads it out of play. This time a little bit further forward though, halfway inside the Forest half. Young to take. On the Everton right. He's got Breuer further down the line. Oh, and foul by Morgan Gibbs-White on Idrissa Gana Gueye. He went down with Pike there, I think, the ice skaters too, but obviously got caught.
I think he done well there to get the foul, didn't he?
Yeah.
Young hasn't really got many options. You can hear the fans, can't you, behind us saying about Ashley Young taking a little bit too much time on the throw-ins.
Referee being a bit fussy as to where the free kicks to be taken, but now he's happy with it. Ashley Young will eventually cross this one in. The whistle blows a few yards in from that right-hand touchline. Branthwaite is forward for this one, along with Tarkowski. High towards Branthwaite, and it's inside the penalty area, but cleared again by Nottingham Forest. Mikalenko. Mangala. Nice turn. He's got Ola Enya still there with him, so he's still got work to do, but he's held on to possession well. Mangala swings a high cross in towards Jack Harrison, brings the ball down nicely inside the penalty area. Harrison just couldn't get the ball in. There were two defenders there with him, and then a foul, I think, by Harrison, and it's a free kick for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, there was a great ball in, Wayne, and his touch was brilliant. You'd think he'd get the cross in. I think that was a tactical foul, then he had to do that because he's seen, obviously, Nico Williams had the ball and they were ready to counter.
So Forest will be in no hurry to take the free kick. The 1-goal lead at the moment. Long way to go. With that goal from Chris Wood still separating the sides. On Total Sport Merseyside, West Ham Liverpool still to come. 5:15 kick-off with Mike Hughes and Mark Walters. Tranmere trailing at Prenton Park by 1-0. Now Dominguez will play it back safely enough to Milenkovic, but then he was under pressure, sliced ball out towards the far side, then headed out of play, so maybe Everton can press here. It's a throw in front of the Nottingham Forest fans. Iliman Ndiaye. Ball is played back towards Idrissa Gana Gueye. Crystal Palace have equalised against Southampton at Selhurst Park. Chalabar has got that one, 1-1. Here's Mangala. Centre circle, now back inside the Everton half, and Ashley Young. Here's James Tarkowski now. Forest have got everyone back inside their own half. Tarkowski, little low ball forward to Breuer, who again intelligently has just dropped deep to pick the ball up. He'll now move towards the penalty area. Good ball out towards Mikalenko, cross in towards Breuer with the header, and it wasn't that far over the bar in the end. It was a looping header, and it's another goal kick, but he just did well to drop deep and pick it up there.
Yeah, and he's mixed it up a little bit there, hasn't he? He's received the ball in the middle of the circle there, and he's done well to get back on the header, and it's just gone over. But that's probably because he hasn't had the touches in the game.
Let's go to Prenton Park, get an update in League 2. Tranmere against Barrow. Derek Jones.
A couple of half chances for Connor Jennings since you were last with us. Finley doing well to get the ball wide on the far side to Amari Patrick, heading the ball down, really tight angle over Connor Jennings, couldn't get it goalwards, and Patrick again just curling one inside the penalty area, just running away from goal rather was Connor Jennings, couldn't turn it goalwards, and that half chance has gone as well. Still Tranmere 0, Barrow 1.
Thanks, Derek. Offside against Ramon Sosa, and a free kick for Everton. So Crystal Palace with that equaliser against Southampton. Palace started the day same number of points as Everton in the table. Southampton bottom, of course. They take the lead through Tyler Dibbling, but Chalabar with that equaliser. Man City leading at Leicester by 1-0. No goals, Fulham Bournemouth, and Tottenham 1, Wolves 1. Here's Tarkowski. That was a bit short for Jordan Pickford, and he just had enough time to get there in front of Chris Wood, but he is coming very, very far off his line. Jordan Pickford, and if he gets caught, he's in trouble, but he didn't. Iliman Ndiaye running it. Ola Enya now down towards the byline. Defender gets the challenge in and should be able to clear this eventually, although and now he's lost it. Everton have a throw in, do they? Yes, just about parallel with the edge of the Nottingham Forest penalty area. And Ndiaye into Breuer. Ball is played back. Forest will win it back there. There's a penalty at Prenton Park. Derek Jones.
Tranmere's way. Saunders brought down by Farman, the Barrow goalkeeper, and Amari Patrick It's going to be the Tranmere player trusted to try and bring them back on level terms here. Referee just making sure that everybody's outside the penalty area. Seems happy that things are okay now. Amari Patrick just sets himself. Cowshed end, Patrick scores. Tranmere are level. Tranmere 1, Barrow 1.
Thanks, Derek. Good news then from Prenton Park. That equaliser, Everton could do with an equaliser at the moment. They still trail by a 1-0. Nottingham Forest have a free kick which Sells takes. Slips as he takes it. Wood with the header. Alanga to Morgan Gibbs-White. Everton win it back. Mikalenko. And then Idrissa Gana Gueye under pressure on the edge of his penalty area there, but eventually cleared by Branthwaite. And that'll go inside the Forest half. And Morato is there to find Nico Williams, left-hand side. Goes back to Morato once more. And the Brazilian will play it to Elliot Anderson. That wasn't a good ball forward. Picked up by Gana Gueye for Everton. Has time to turn. Gets it back from James Tarkowski. Mangala. And here now is Jared Branthwaite. A few of the subs on both sides doing a bit of warming up. Here's Decore. Mikalenko now for Everton as they attack down that left-hand side. Illiman and Jai will pick it up now. We've got about 11 minutes to go to half-time. Still Forest with that lead through Chris Wood. Mangala, Illiman and Jai. Now he's got a chance to play it now to Jack Harrison, right-hand side. Harrison will get the cross in towards the penalty area. Headed away. Forest will clear and then will try and break, and Sosa will pick it up now and run towards the Everton goal. Everton have got to get back. Sosa will, well, it's a good block in the end. Branthwaite was back with Ashley Young. They're still deep inside the Everton half though, and Branthwaite, well, in the end he's trying to get the ricochet off the Forest player, but it's gone out for a throw-in for Forest. And Nico Williams is going to take this. It's on the Forest left, and Nico Williams now just a couple of paces from the touchline, so I don't think it's going to be a particularly long throw-in. And he still hasn't taken it. Finally does. Gets a bit of distance on it. It's headed up in the air by James Tarkowski. Ashley Young was in there and then hooks the ball away. Broy's being hauled back there by Morato, and that's going to be a free kick for Everton.
Yeah, just going back there to Jack Harrison again. I think the ball was in the air, it was 50-50, and more Tarkowski just lack of communication. And again, it's caused Forest to counter.
Free kick, well, moving ball, says our referee Tony Harrington, so Everton will have to take that one again, which is probably no bad thing because they've got another chance now. First one was a bit long, I think. Here's Mangala. Now James Tarkowski, just inside the Everton half. High ball forward towards the left-hand side, and Vitaly Mikalenko. Nice control, there's the cross in towards Decore. It was headed away, that was a better cross. And it's cleared out of play. That'll give Everton a throw, but that was better. Yeah,
that was the best cross of the game, that one, where you've seen Jack Harrison before. He's had a couple of chances to cross, and he's just not missing the first player out in the box.
Mangala. Branthwaite, over the halfway line he comes. Good run by Jared Branthwaite. He's still inside the penalty area, still going down by the byline, but in the end just ran out of room. He's gone down, he's not going to get anything. And Milenkovic will clear, and that'll go out for a Forest throw, but it was a good run by Branthwaite. I suppose he just needed somebody to play it into. Yeah,
he's got all the way to the byline there, and he's tried to keep the ball in. Good job it's gone out for the throw, otherwise it was being one man. Yes, at the back.
So he's got a long journey back to his defensive position. Ola Enya will take the throw in for Nottingham Forest. 37 minutes gone at Goodison Park on Total Sport Merseyside. First of two commentaries today. 5:15 will be at the London Stadium for West Ham against Liverpool. And we're wondering now if Everton can get the equaliser before half-time. That was an important interception there by Mikalenko, because Sosa again has got a bit of pace forward for Forest. It's out of play for a throw-in.
I think that substitute in the warm-ups done the world of good, hasn't it? You can see every time they get the ball they're looking to play Sosa in.
Throw-in for Nottingham Forest. It's over the head of Branthwaite. It's going to be cleared by Tarkowski, but not his best clearance. Slices it up in the air. Good header by Decore. Anderson He's got Mangala there with him, and it's out of play. I think it's going to be a throw-in for Everton. Yes, it is over on the far side. Everton have only lost 2 of the last 13 league games. The problem is 8 of those have been drawn, and draws are okay, but they don't get you far up the table. That's why this game is so important. But of course, Forest in the top 4 coming into this one, so by no means easy, and that's the way it's sort of been bought out so far. Ashley Young now back to Tarkowski. Young again, he can play it back to Jordan Pickford. Morgan Gibbs-White's there with him. He's taken a touch, Pickford. Now Ashley Young. They've been pressed here, Everton, but they've got the throw in. But I don't think Pickford's too enamoured.
No, I think there's a couple of times where Pickford's taken the extra touch, and Forrest are pressing quite high, so he's limited on his time. The same with Tarkowski. Tarkowski thinks he's got time to control the ball and look up, but you've got Wood on his back shoulder all the time.
Here's Ashley Young. Leicester 0, Man City 1, still the latest score at the King Power Stadium. Palace 1, Southampton 1. No goals, Fulham against Bournemouth. Tottenham 1, Wolves 1. And here, Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Ashley Young with the throw-in. Broya. Ashley Young curls one forward towards Harrison. Not the best header in the world. Decore will pick it up inside the penalty area. Across it goes. It was cleared though. Forest get it away. Dominguez only as far as Ashley Young. Here's Mangala. Nice little sidestep, but he just ran into Morata. And Forest can break now. It's with Sosa. Elliott, and now Elliott Anderson, I should say, and Forest, well, they still have the ball, but Everton have players back. Foul by Ashley Young on Anderson. Quizzical look by Ashley Young to Anderson. But it's a free kick for Nottingham Forest. Fulham have taken the lead against Bournemouth at Craven Cottage, or have they? I think it is 1-0, but we'll get confirmation of that shortly. That's VAR has intervened. Here's Harrison. Now it's back with Ashley Young. Down the line it goes, and that's a throw-in for Everton, just inside their own half. It is Raul Jimenez for Fulham. So they lead by a 1-0 against Bournemouth. Now here's Decore. Decore's got Njai through the centre, but he's going to play it now towards Mikalenko. Well, I think that was that a shot or a cross? I'm not sure. It's gone wide for a goal kick.
It was one of those where you don't actually know what it was. It was the right decision, but I think it was it Mangala who was running onto it. Decore did well to travel with the ball, but you want to die on the end of that ball, don't you? But he's drove in to try and take the player away. It's a cross. Yeah,
it was firmly hit. May have just bobbled a bit as he struck it, maybe given the benefit of the doubt, but it was a good opportunity for Everton, which they haven't made anything of. And we've got 4 minutes to go to half time. I don't actually think there'll be too much to add on either. There's hardly been a stoppage, has there?
There's been no clear-cut chances really from Everton in this first half.
As Forest with Gibbs-White and Chris Wood to his right. Gibbs-White still has it. Wood inside the penalty area, back towards Sosa, cleared by Branthwaite. And Broya now, I don't think he's going to reach that one, because Ola Enya picks it up now for Nottingham Forest. Ball now back with Anderson. Ball forward towards Sosa, but that's going to go straight through to Jordan Pickford. Good throw out by Pickford to Ashley Young. Harrison for Everton, right hand side of the penalty area. Ball played in towards Abdoulaye Decore. Back to goal. He's inside the penalty area. Well, Nico Williams is back there defending and gets it away. Tottenham have missed a penalty at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Wolves. It's 1-1. But Son is the man who's missed that penalty. Here's Decore. Ashley Young plays it forward, looking for Broya. Now can he get away from Nico Williams? Well, he did, but not without a foul, says the referee, and it's a free kick for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, he was clever. Nico Williams has gone down. I think he's gone down too easy though. Broya could have got away with that, but he's just pressed a little bit on his shoulder and then it's scored the foul.
So it's going to be a free kick, which Sells will wait to take. And Sean Dyche not happy with the time it's taking all of this. The referee is Tony Harrington. Dyche still in conversation with the fourth official, and we're still waiting for Sells to take it, which he does now, finally, high over the halfway line. Branthwaite's beaten in the air by Gibbs-White, but it's headed away, or cleared away by Young. Here's Idrissa Gana Gueye forward towards Abdoulaye Doucouré. No foul, cleared. Sean Dyche can't believe there wasn't a foul there. Mangala trying to find Idrissa Gana Gueye. That'll go out for an Everton throw. Thrown down the line towards Doucouré. Couldn't control it though. Morato will clear. It's another Everton throw though. Ashley Young, I think he's going to take it, just can't see it beyond the monitor there.
Yeah.
Right hand side, here's Harrison. Harrison in towards Broja. Broja now has worked a bit of space and shoots, and it's wide. It just needed a bit of curl, but that was good play from Armando Broja. Yeah,
and that's what he's been missing, hasn't he, in the first half? It's delivery into him, but also he took the opportunity there on his weaker foot. I think he just drove it, there was no bend on it.
Yeah, he worked the space nicely, but couldn't get it on target, but that's encouraging again. We're in the last minutes of normal time at the end of the first half, and Nottingham Forest still lead here by 1-0. Sells with the clearance. Wood is going to find Gibbs-White. Here's Wood again for Nottingham Forest. Everton trying to get back. Good challenge by Tarkowski. Here's Doucouré slightly behind the play, and now the referee's brought them back for the fact that Wood is down, but I don't think he gave the free kick.
Tarkowski's got to be careful here because he's already picked up a yellow card in the first 10 minutes.
So Wood is still down on the ground, and having said there hasn't been a stoppage, we've now had a couple in the last 2 minutes or so. It was James Tarkowski. I think he managed to wrap his foot round the ball. The referee didn't give a free kick. 2 minutes. And we're into that now. Wood is back on his feet, and Jordan Pickford's waiting to take the free kick once he gets the ball back from the referee, who still hasn't given it to him. Now Wood is not far enough back, and that's the point. Well, was that a drop? Ball played back towards Branthwaite, who plays it forward. Broja, Iliman Ndiaye forward towards Doucouré. That's going to be cleared by Nico Williams. Ball played forward, and Sosa won't get there. Tarkowski will, and plays it back to Pickford. Well, he had a bit of pace on that one, but Pickford got back. And high over the halfway line, and Ndiaye was never going to win that one. Little flick by Alanga. And here's Gibbs-White forward towards Sosa, who could be in here for Forest. It's wide. Well, that was a chance for Ramon Sosa, and that could have been 2-0 right at the end of the first half.
And it's similar to the first goal that they had, isn't it? I think Everton are just switching off. They're not getting close enough to the players.
So goal kick is taken quickly. It's back with Pickford rather. Forward towards Broja, headed up in the air by Mikalenko. Now with Doucouré. Last 30 seconds or so of this first half. Here's Mangala. There's no way forward though for Everton at the moment. Back inside the Everton half it goes, and back to Jordan Pickford, who chips it high towards Broja, who flicks it on towards Iliman Ndiaye. It's cleared away. Tottenham have got a second goal as Nottingham Forest come forward now with Morgan Gibbs-White. Danger here for Everton, but snuffed out in the end and straight through to Jordan Pickford. Tottenham 2, Wolves 1. Brennan Johnson with the goal. Broja's down injured at the moment, so the referee I don't think has spotted it, has he? Play goes on. Everton have possession. Ball now with Harrison. Right hand side of the penalty area, down towards the byline. That took a slight deflection, easy for the goalkeeper. Broja's now back on his feet, and I think he's blown the half-time whistle, has he? Yes. So Everton go in a goal behind, And well, real sense of frustration in that first half. Michelle Hinnigan.
You can hear it from the fans. There's not much really to talk about in terms of the clear-cut chances from Everton, but you've just got to highlight there the last 3 minutes of the half. You've got Mangala and Gay, the too high, which has opened up the gaps in between there for Forest. You look at Sosa, the Forest are trying the best every single opportunity that they can do to get them and play them in behind, but again just nearly scored a goal from exactly the same. Forest players got in behind Mangala, they've knocked it through, and then it's just hit the ball wide. I think Everton need to switch on a little bit more in the second half.
Broya is just holding his midriff as he goes off. Hopefully he's okay. They'll have obviously time at half time to have a look at him. But what have you made of his performance first half, Michelle?
He's been quite quiet, hasn't he? Hasn't had the delivery into him, or I think you could see him getting frustrated. He's come a little bit deeper to receive the ball. He's had an opportunity there in the last 5 minutes of the second half as well. I'd like to see him get on the ball more and get into the game more, but you've seen what he's capable of in terms of driving at the players and having a shot there with his weaker foot.
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, Sells in the Forest goal, I can't remember him really making a save of any note in that first half.
No, I think it was Brian who had the opportunity when he received the ball deep in his own half, and then he's gone on to the cross from Michalenko, but that was the only opportunity really that you can think of for Everton.
And we saw that chance right at the end of the first half as well, which Sosa put wide. They do have a lot of threat going forward with Gibbs White and Alanga, and Sosa, we mentioned it in commentary in that first half, the fact that he comes in as a late change for a defender has actually given Forest a bit more threat maybe.
Yeah, they've got more confidence with him on the field, haven't they? But you've got to still look at Chris Wood, his age and everything. He's chasing the ball down. You've seen before when Alanga was out of position, he sprinted back as well, so he has got them playing and defending really, really well.
So a tough second half, Michelle, in prospect. We talked about the possible options there. It'll be interesting to see whether Sean Dyche makes any changes at half time, whether he'll give it 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, and that's what we said. If you look at our bench, we have got the players who can come on in terms of the attacking side to it. I think Jack Harrison just looked a little bit off the pace today. I don't know whether it's fatigue from the previous game, but some of the decisions I think Everton need to work on is the final product, isn't it, and the final ball. You've seen Mangala, he had the ball, he done a little Cruyff turn, he got into the box, and then it was just that final decision where he should have played the pass in and he's took the extra touch. I mean, there's been two opportunities where Tarkowski and Branthwaite have had the ball in Nottingham Forest penalty area, which is saying a lot.
Well, more from Michelle Hinnigan in the second half. A big job on here for Everton in that second half. It's just the one goal at the moment. Chris Wood with it for Nottingham Forest. Half time at Goodison Park. It's Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 1.
Live from Goodison Park, Merseyside Sport.
Their half-time whistles going up and down the country, including at Prenton Park. Derek Jones.
Tranmere Rovers 1, Barrow 1 at the break. Barrow ahead on 10 minutes, but Tranmere with a penalty converted by Omari Patrick 10 minutes before the break means that it's one apiece here. Tranmere starting very brightly in this one, certainly dominating the possession and getting balls inside the penalty area. Just one threat really, a Saunders cross in. Jennings with a looping header well over the top of the crossbar in the end before Barrow came forward for just about the first time really. Robbie Gotts, central midfielder, got himself away from his marker, drilled the ball inside the penalty area. I think it was going goals, but it took a deflection off Jordan Turnbull past Luke McGee. It'll go down, I'm sure, as a Turnbull own goal, but Tranmere found themselves 1-0 down. There was another deflected shot soon after that from Dom Telford, the Barrow striker. Fortunately for this time though, the ball straight into the arms of the Tranmere goalkeeper. But again, Tranmere got the possession back. Finlay starting to dominate in possession inside the penalty area. An angled ball by him. Patrick with a downward header. Jennings on an angle though, just couldn't quite get it. Goal was behind for a goal kick, and then straight after the then again Patrick wide left hand side curled one in towards the near post, but again Jennings just couldn't quite direct it goalwards. But then Tranmere back on level terms. A pass back towards the goalkeeper. It was sort of rather wide towards the edge of the penalty area. Farman perhaps a little bit slow coming out initially, but Harvey Saunders' pace got in there first, just ahead of the keeper. Keeper clipped his ankles with his right hand, and Tranmere had that opportunity. Omari Patrick, he was the man given the responsibility for Rovers. He just rather waited until Farman committed himself towards his right hand side, and then calmly lifted the ball into the back of the net past the left hand side of the Barrow keeper. His 8th goal of the season, and Tranmere back on level terms. They were always in front straight after that. Kieran Morris coming in from the right-hand touchline on that favoured left foot of it, drilled a shot just inches wide. I think might have even clipped the outside of the post as it just went past Farman's left hand, as Tranmere looked as if they might just be ahead before the break. Just one booking in the first half. Sam Finley was booked for a foul on Robbie Gotts, but towards the end of the half, the game getting a little bit of an edge to it, and as the players were going off, a few little altercations as they were heading down the tunnel area between the Barrow bench and some of the Tranmere players, certainly referee and assistants just stepping in to calm things down. There's an edge to this one, there's no doubt about it. Hopefully the edge will go Tranmere's way in the second half with another goal. Half time though, Tranmere 1, Barrow 1.
Thank you, Derek Jones. Elsewhere in the Premier League, the 2:30 kickoff, which is obviously well underway in the second half, is still Leicester 0, Manchester City 1. The half times in the 3 o'clocks: Crystal Palace 1, Southampton 1, Fulham 1, Bournemouth 0, and Spurs 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. The later kickoff is 5:15. It's our second commentary of the afternoon at the London Stadium. West Ham United against Liverpool, and we can cross over there now and have a chat with our match commentator, Mike Hughes. Mike, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Phil.
Thank you very much for joining us, Mike. So, I mean, Liverpool go from strength to strength, and the other night against Leicester, it just seemed like even though they went behind, there's always this sense of inevitability about Liverpool at the moment, especially in the second half of games.
Yeah, they always find a way, don't they? And that's a really encouraging thing for everybody involved with the club at the moment, the fans, the players, the manager. They just find a way. They weren't at their best, certainly I didn't think, on Boxing Night against Leicester. Lots of possession in the first half without ever really troubling the Leicester goalkeeper. But having scored right on the stroke of half-time, I mean, even though they didn't trouble the Leicester goalkeeper, they did hit the woodwork twice with Robertson's header and Mohamed Salah's left foot curler. So there was lots and lots of pressure. But in the second half, having got the equaliser just before the break, I think they were worthy of even more than the 2 goals that they got, and the 3-1 result in the end certainly didn't flatter them. But even when they're not at the best, they're winning games, and they're winning them in some style. I thought they were fabulous at Tottenham last Sunday. It's only a week ago today. So much football since then. It's rather crazy, isn't it, over the Christmas period? But they were top draw, and I know there was some criticism of them for their defensive slackness for 10 minutes. But I think it would be a little bit churlish to overplay that, given how well they played and how adventurous and how good they were. So yeah, it's been a great season so far for Liverpool, and this is another really good opportunity on the face of it.
Yeah, I mean, what about today's opponents, West Ham United? They've not had the best of seasons, not the best of starts under Lopetegui, have they?
No, they haven't, and I think they were expected to do much better given the amount of money that they spent during the summer, but the signings really haven't made the sort of impact that was expected of them. I think certainly, you know, they've brought in a striker to get the goals in Fulkrug, and he's been injured for the most part. Strong suggestion that he could start today, so we wait to see with regard to that. But the players who were brought in to beef up the back line, well, that certainly hasn't happened, because West Ham have had pretty much a soft centre from day one, even though they have improved a little bit recently. The star of the show for West Ham has been over the past few seasons, and still is for me. I think he's a fabulous footballer. It is Jarrod Bowen, and he's always a danger man. I know that Jurgen Klopp was a massive fan of Bowen, and West Ham on their day, you know, as all teams are in the Premier League, if they can put it together, and there have been occasions down the years when this hasn't been a fabulously happy hunting ground, you know, maybe West Ham could make it difficult, but I think we're looking for possibilities more here, Phil, than probabilities, because Liverpool, even when the manager makes changes, he took out Dominic Szoboszlai for the game against Leicester after having one of his best ever games for Liverpool, and he did likewise with Luis Diaz after he'd scored 2 against Tottenham. I know Szoboszlai then came on against Leicester and then got himself booked. I think he was rather unjustly booked, but he's suspended for today. But West Ham, I think, are capable at the best of causing problems, but it's whether Liverpool will allow them to have the sort of dominance on the ball that they would need, or to get in behind Liverpool to the extent that we know Bowen can do at his best, if they're to really cause problems for the Reds.
And like you say, it doesn't really matter what the changes are. I mean, it's all well and good talking about who maybe comes in today, who are the rotations. But like you say, whatever decision Arne Slot seems to make, it just works. It's so impressive how seamlessly one player can come into the side and fit into the system, or the way that he changes things around. Nothing seems to fail for him.
Yeah, and that's incredible, isn't it? When you consider that, some people say, well, Liverpool haven't had so many injuries. Well, they have. Liverpool have been without one of the best, if not, perhaps the best goalkeeper in the world for a long period. He was out for over 2 months. And Quiveen Kelleher came in and did really well on the occasions where Conor Bradley's come in. Even though he's injured at the moment, we expect him back quite soon. He's done well as well. Fabulous defender, and gets into those advanced positions as well when he fills in for Trent Alexander-Arnold. We've got the Liverpool lineup for you, by the way. It's just been handed to me. One change this evening. Luis Diaz returns to the starting lineup, replacing Darwin Núñez. I think that was a change that we all expected, because if Núñez got booked today, that would have meant him getting a suspension, and I think Diaz was always likely to start. So the Liverpool lineup: Trent Alexander-Arnold in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold rather at right back, Robertson at left back, Alisson between the sticks, Gomez and Van Dijk the two centre defenders, Gravenberch, Jones and McAllister the three-man midfield. Gravenberch is also on the danger list, if you want, with regard to if he gets booked today, he faces a suspension as well. And then the front three: Salah, Diaz and Gakpo. Salah, the leading goal scorer, of course, in the Premier League so far this season, and he has been in such phenomenal form, hasn't he? And you look at him, he's virtually imperious. And just going through the stats, and I noticed that only one of Salah's goals in the Premier League so far this season has actually come in the first half. So he's being at his very, very best in the second half. Quiveen Kelleher on the bench with Wataru Endo, Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, Diogo Jota, Kostas Tsimikas, James McConnell, Jayden Downs and Jarell Quansah. They are the Liverpool subs. But Virgil van Dijk, of course, the skipper. Just the one change, with Diaz coming in for Darwin Núñez.
Very much, straightforward stuff for Liverpool. Mike Hughes at the London Stadium. Thank you very much indeed. Live commentary to come. Kickoff is at 5:15 of that one, and that'll be after the finish of the game at Goodison Park. Everton, though, have got work to do in the second half. They trail at the break against Nottingham Forest.
Well, Harrison was in a decent position. It's a great turn by Iliman Ndiaye, edge of the penalty area. And he's blasted it over the top. It's going to be a goal kick, but great play from Iliman Ndiaye. The first we've seen of him so far, and it just needed the finish. Broja forward through the centre, and he just delayed the pass, and now Anderson can bring it away for Nottingham Forest. He's got Sosa on his left, goes towards Chris Wood on the volley. It's wide. Goal kick for Nottingham Forest. Ball forward towards Wood now inside the penalty area, over the goalkeeper and in the back of the net, and Nottingham Forest have the lead. It's Chris Wood. Well, in the end, it was a simple finish, just lobbing the ball on the volley over Jordan Pickford and into the back of the empty net. And Forest, well, after a good start from Everton, Forest have just got themselves into the game, and now they've got the opening goal again this season. It's Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Corner from Ashley Young. There's Branthwaite, didn't really get a clear and true connection on that one. It might have taken a deflection off a defender, it didn't, and it's gone out for a goal kick. And here's Gibbs wide, forward towards Sosa, who could be in here for Forest. It's wide. Well, that was a chance for Ramon Sosa, and that could have been 2-0 right at the end of the first half.
Decore, edge the penalty, slides it through to Idrissa Gana Gueye, shoots it there! Idrissa Gana Gueye has put Everton back in front.
Jack Harrison inside the penalty, pulls it back, a chance, might break in for two.
McNeil's going to shoot low. Yes! Dwight McNeil! 2-0. Corner for Everton. Here comes the corner. It's a very high one, and it's Calvert-Lewin! 2-0.
BBC Radio Merseyside.
So can Everton come back against Nottingham Forest in the second half? We'll find out shortly. I can tell you that Manchester City, meanwhile, have gone 2-0 up at Leicester. Erling Haaland with the goal. Let's get back over to Goodison Park. Everton behind at the break. Can they get something against Nottingham Forest? We'll find out with our commentary team of Michelle Hinnigan and first Ian Kennedy.
Thank you, Phil. Welcome back. The teams are out, and a change at half-time by Sean Dyche because Jack Harrison has gone off or hasn't emerged for the second half, and Jesper Lindstrom is on. Michelle, we talked about the possibility of maybe substitutions, and he's obviously decided to make one.
Yeah, I think that was the right decision. I think Jack Harrison, he looked tired to me in the first half, and some of the chances he had in terms of the timing of his crosses, he was taking the extra touch, he was playing the ball a little bit too quick in behind, or it was just overrunning. I think it was the right decision from Dyche, and it's something different, isn't it, for us? We did say earlier about holding the width as well. I'd like to see that more in the second half in terms of the two wide players just playing and keeping the width a little bit more, because you can see when Forest are defending, they're defending in numbers, aren't they? They've got everyone behind the ball.
Nottingham Forest get the second half underway in all red. Matt Sells plays it high downfield towards Wood, headed away by Jarrad Branthwaite. Anderson for Forest. Here's Lindstrom with his first touch, hooks it down the line, but I think there's a foul on Ashley Young over on that far side, so that's going to be a free kick for Everton. And obviously Armando Broja, who took a bit of a knock right at the end of the first half, is okay because he's out there. Here's Iliman Ndiaye. Ball is headed away by Anya, and that's going to be a throw-in for Everton. Mikalenko, Iliman Ndiaye coming forward now towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Mikalenko gets the cross in well. It's high. It's just too high for Jesper Lindstrom. Will go out of play, and that'll be a goal kick for Nottingham Forest. So Everton with Jordan Pickford in goal, Ashley Young and Vitaly Mikalenko, James Tarkowski and Jarrad Branthwaite, Oral Mangala, Adrissa Garnegay, Abdoulaye Doucouré, now Jesper Lindstrom in for Harrison, and Iliman Ndiaye and Armando Broja. Everton have the likes of Calvert-Lewin, Beto, Chamiti on the bench. They trail by a goal to nil. Clearance by Matt Sells downfield. Header by Jarrad Branthwaite. Broja will hang in the air and just find Lindstrom, but couldn't quite control it. Anderson will clip it forward for Nottingham Forest. Tarkowski. Header away by Milenkovic. And now Forest with Alanga. Was he being held there by Adrissa Garnegay? The referee says yes, and not only that, it's going to be a yellow card for Garnegay. And this is dangerous, just on the edge of the box. Yeah,
you can see again the crowds in terms of the referee's decisions. In the first half, he's continued it in the second half. There you can see again, he's just pulling them back slightly. But that's what Forest are doing really well. They're winning the ball from the back line, and then they're counter-attacking straight away when Everton are out of position.
That's two in the book for Everton now, because James Tarkowski was booked in the first half. Now standing over this one is the captain, Morgan Gibbs-White. And while Jordan Pickford standing on his left-hand post trying to get the wall in the right position. There are three in it at the moment, but Mikalenko might well make four. But Gibbs-White now is poised. The referee just checking everyone is back. Iliman Ndiaye might have to go back a yard or two. So it's a three-man wall with Mikalenko kind of just tagging on at the end, but not really part of it. Gibbs-White waits. Referee will blow the whistle. Free kick for Nottingham Forest. Park End. He waits. And in fact, he's been told to wait again by the referee. And it's again adding to the frustration around us. He now respots the ball. And the referee now, again, blows the whistle. 2, 3, 4 paces back. Gibbs-White waits to take it. Again, the referee's looking very closely at the wall. Here comes the free kick. It's dinked in towards Chris Wood. It's headed away, and combination of Doucouré and Broja get it away. Not very far though. It's still inside the penalty area. Wood with Branthwaite, and in the end, well, Wood is claiming a handball. It's cleared by Pickford downfield towards Doucouré if he can keep it in, but I don't think he can. It's gone out for a throw-in for Nottingham Forest, but Chris Wood almost wriggled his way in there, and they're claiming a handball.
I think it's going to be a yard, isn't it?
So we may get an indication. The referee looks as though he's... we're just getting a little replay now. Was there a foul on... Well, Branthwaite was holding Wood. In fact, it wasn't Wood. It was Milenkovic who was up there. But it looked a bit of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, maybe. So they were both tugging at each other. And anyway, it's no foul, no penalty, and it's a throw-in for Nottingham Forest, who still lead by 1-0. Mikolenko with the header away. Dominguez with the ball forward. That's straight through to Jordan Pickford. And you can see the urgency in the Everton goalkeeper. Wants to release it quickly, which he does. Downfield towards Breuer. Headed away by Morato. Mangala trying to get there. That's a very agricultural clearance high up in the air by Nottingham Forest. And Breuer might be able to make something of it. Jesper Lindstrom is there as well. Lindstrom has done well to keep it in play, has he? And he's got the throw-in. That's good play. Ashley Young to take. Halfway inside the Nottingham Forest half. Just under 5 minutes gone in the second half. With Tranmere Rovers 1-1 with Barrow at Prenton Park in League 2. Get updates from Derek Jones, but Everton trying to find this equaliser. But Forest just denying them again, and the ball is cleared. Anywhere will do inside the Everton half. Pickford is there to play it downfield again. Branthwaite is the target. Or rather, Lindstrom is over there. And that's going to be a throw-in for Everton again. Lindstrom takes it quickly towards Mangala. Down by the byline. Cross is blocked. And it's a red shirt that picks up the loose ball. But here's Tarkowski. Tarkowski in towards Decore. Trying to get a shot in, which was blocked. And Forest clear. Branthwaite heads it back forward. Iliman Ndiaye will chase it with Aina. Decore's over there as well. That was a challenge by Decore, which was always going to be a free kick. And referee agrees. Free kick for Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace have gone in front against Southampton at Selhurst Park. And it's Eze with the goal. Palace 2, Southampton 1. Elsewhere, Man City 2 up at Leicester, Fulham 1, Bournemouth 0, and Tottenham 2, Wolves 1. And the Everton fans now trying to rally the troops.
Yeah, you can see it's just waiting for someone to get the foot on the ball, isn't it? It's a little bit like table tennis at the minute in terms of Tarkowski's winning it, Branthwaite's winning it, trying to get to Breuer.
Tarkowski, Lindstrom, good ball to find Adrissa Garnegay. Plays it now to Iliman Ndiaye. He's got Mikolenko on his outside. Plays it in field towards Mangala. Back to Ndiaye once again. Here's Mikolenko. Gets a crossing which is blocked by Aina, and he might get the next ball. It's bouncing awkwardly, but Forest get it away. And then Ola Aina will clear high downfield. Branthwaite only as far as Alanga, and now it's with Gibbs-White, and there might be a break on here for Nottingham Forest as Lindstrom slipped. Morgan Gibbs-White, edge of the penalty area, tried to just curl it past Jordan Pickford, but high over the bar and into the park end. Yeah,
it's the same again as the first half. They're picking the ball up in the middle, and Everton are just backing off, aren't they? You're seeing Lindstrom slip there when Gibbs-White's on the ball, and then the defenders are just backing off.
Tarkowski plays it long downfield towards Breuer. It's headed away by Morato. Breuer still there with him, and he's done well to hold it up and find Lindstrom in towards the edge of the penalty. Decore's there. Mangala in a central position now for Everton. He's got 2-3 around him, and he's managed to find Ashley Young. Young takes a touch, gets the high cross in, and that's going to be easy for the goalkeeper, Matt Sells. Bournemouth have equalised against Fulham. Evan Nielsen. Everton go to Bournemouth on Saturday. That's going to be another tough one, isn't it? These difficult games keep coming. Sliding challenge by Jared Branthwaite on Morgan Gibbs-White. Now the referee is going to show a yellow card for Jared Branthwaite, so both centre-backs now have been booked.
Yeah, you can see the referee's not far from those challenges as well, is he? I think that's probably Branthwaite's first or second tackle.
It's a free kick for Nottingham Forest. Just sliding in, just didn't quite get his foot on the ball enough for the referee's liking. Ashley Young having a word with the referee. Free kick taken quickly, too quickly. I don't think this referee will allow any quick free kicks, but just as well that time. So Everton will get back, and Everton, who still trail by this 1-0, 53 minutes gone. Dominguez waiting to take the free kick. Anderson is there with him, but it's clipped in over the head of Jesper Lindstrom, but the flag is up on this near side. It's going to be a free kick for Everton. But they're looking dangerous again on the break, and from the free kicks, Nottingham Forest. Everton cannot afford to go 2-0 down in this game, that's for sure.
Just before that got pulled back as well, I think Everton need to switch on the set plays. Forest are looking to get the ball down and play it in behind quickly. Everton just haven't got onto that yet.
Long clearance from Pickford. Morato again under pressure from Breuer. It's cleared downfield. Mangala will win it back well for Everton. Mangala waiting for support left hand side. Iliman and Jai just took a touch but just couldn't control it, and it's gone through to Sells, who clips it forward. Branthwaite's underneath this one with Wood, who just gets there first, but played back by Tarkowski to Jordan Pickford. Tarkowski. Jarrod Branthwaite lofts one forward towards Breuer, who flicks it on towards Decore. It's cleared away by Milenkovic. Here's Branthwaite. A little period of pressure here for Everton. Branthwaite in a left wing position now. Needs a bit of help behind him, which he has from Iliman and Jai. On the edge of the penalty area, back out wide to Branthwaite. Here's Mikolenko. Gets it back from Mangala. Is there a way through for Everton? Mikolenko goes on a little run and then clips a very high ball towards Jesper Lindstrom. It's headed away, and Forest will clear. And look at this now as Forest get forward down the left hand side. Wood is the furthest man forward. They'll just check those Sosa and Alanga. Here's Sosa again. Nico Williams out wide towards Anderson, who's over there. More ball paid back now to Dominguez. Anderson goes down again, and there's another free kick now, and it's getting a bit fractious at times, isn't it?
I think it's frustration, isn't it? You can see there Lindstrom diving in. You can hear the fans around us saying stay on your feet, and then Decore gives the free kick away.
Nottingham Forest are aiming to win league games at Liverpool and Everton in the same season for the first time since 1898-99. But Everton will hope that they can do something about that stat. We'll get to Prenton Park very shortly, but there's a free kick for Nottingham Forest, which is going to be taken on that left-hand side. Ball played, and that's easy for Jordan Pickford. Let's go to Prenton Park, and the latest from Derek Jones.
12 minutes gone, second half. Still one apiece here. Harvey Saunders with a couple of shooting opportunities in the second half. One went over the crossbar. One brought a decent save from Farman away towards his right-hand side. I talk about the edge in this one at half-time. And certainly Turnbull's been booked second half. Solomon's been booked as well. And the crowd not very happy with some of the decisions of referee Mr. Bannister. It's still Tranmere 1, Barrow 1.
Thanks, Derek. Here's Lindstrom. Chance to get a cross in if he can swing his boot round that one. He did. It's cleared by Morato. It's going to come back though to Everton. Ashley Young will curl it in towards Iliman and Jai. It was too far. He'll chase it, might just keep it in. Yes, he has. He did really well there. Iliman and Jai, just unfortunate he couldn't get away from the defender, but he's won it back again. Great play by Njai. Here's Decore. Now Lindstrom. Lindstrom's going to shoot, and it's not too far away. What a goal that would have been in terms of the work that Iliman and Jai put into it.
That was great play from a winner. You think the ball was going out, he's kept it in on the byline, and he's managed to stay in control of the ball, and it's a never give up attitude with him, isn't it? And he won it back. Thought Decore was going to have the shot himself there, but it was a good strike in the end from Lindstrom.
Goal kick, still 1-0 for Nottingham Forest. 57 minutes on the clock. As Sells clears it high downfield. Branthwaite gets there. Breuer, it's too far for him. Morato, not a good header away. Breuer will chase it again with Williams, but it is a throw-in for Nottingham Forest, which Williams will take. Ball is yet to be thrown down the line, which it is finally now. It's going to find Jarrod Branthwaite. Ball forward again, but Jordan Pickford will pick that one up. There's an Everton player down. I think it's Garner Gay over on the far side, so that might be a little stoppage. So I think he's okay, though. He's back on his feet okay. Elsewhere, still Leicester 0, Manchester City 2. They're in stoppage time there. Crystal Palace leading Southampton by 2-1. Fulham 1, Bournemouth 1, and Tottenham 2, Wolves 1. Here's Tarkowski. Young comes back off Sosa for a throw-in for Everton. Ashley Young will take it just inside the Everton half. But by the time he takes it, he'll be just inside the Forest half. I think here's Garner Gay. Back to Ashley Young again. But having to go backwards, it's Tarkowski now who can play it forwards. Looking for Iliman and Jai. Milenkovic heads it away. Garner Gay now to Jesper Lindstrom. Neat turn and good ball down the line towards Garner Gay. Challenge comes in, goes down, but he's still going. But Anderson's showing good strength, but not a good clearance, only as far as Mangala. Ball now to Lindstrom, coming forward with pace, just showed a bit too much to the defender, ran into Morato. He's not the first player to do that today, but he's looked lively, hasn't he, Lindstrom, since coming on?
It was just that extra touch, the touch just ran away from him, didn't it?
Forrest trying to get it forward towards Chris Wood. Cushion header away by Branthwaite, and that's a bit short, and Alanga will pick it up now for Forrest. Here's Wood, Gibbs White on the far side. Here's Gibbs White, one touch, second touch is a goal, and Nottingham Forest double their advantage, and Everton caught at the back, and it's a long way back from this now. There's half an hour to go, and it's Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 2.
And that's come from a poor pass back there from Decore. Mikalenko was in two minds. I think it's held up. But we've said about Gibbs White in the first half, how sharp he's looked in terms of the attack and play. It's just a mix-up there for poor defending from Decore and Mikalenko.
Gibbs White, the goal scorer, Forest celebrating in front of their fans. And I wonder now, from Sean Dyche's point of view, what does he do now? Can he change it in any way? It's got to be worth, I don't know, Calvert-Lewin coming on.
Yeah, you can see it's a little knockdown from Branthwaite. He's just waiting for Decore to put a little bit more power on the ball. He's got back to try and defend it, but he's just let him turn too easily.
It was another composed finish by Nottingham Forest, as Everton just a hesitation at the back there. Wood playing it into Gibbs White. First touch was great to get it away from the defender, and just clipped it past Jordan Pickford. And it's 2-0 Nottingham Forest, and Everton in big trouble now. All back with Jordan Pickford. Here's Tarkowski. Mikalenko. Everton go to Bournemouth on Saturday. We'll be there for that one as well. It's another tough-looking game on paper. Bournemouth at the moment holding Fulham. It's 1-1 at Craven Cottage. Pickford's ball forward towards Mikalenko. Nice header there. Can he get the second ball? Not quite. Comes back off Dominguez for a throw-in for Everton. Mikalenko. Decore back towards the halfway line. Branthwaite will go back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford has still got Branthwaite there in support, so he'll now pick it up on the halfway line. Everton left. Mangala. Here's Branthwaite again. And again it has to go backwards to Jordan Pickford. They're not making it easy for us to find the space. Tarkowski. Good ball to Vitaly Mikalenko on the Everton left. Back it goes now to Aurel Mangala. Mikalenko had made a run there, which might have been on inside the defender. Mangala will clip it in towards Lindstrom, but just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, and Sells read it all away. And the danger now is going to be what we're seeing now, is Forest on the break. Nico Williams, good challenge, gets it away. But it's going to come back to Forest again. They get the ricochet on the edge of the penalty area. Low shot coming in. It bounces back off Jordan Pickford, who makes a good save. And the other one has gone wide from Sosa. Difficult to tell from our angle whether that was in or not, but it was wide. You
can see Forest on the counter. They look dangerous, don't they? You've got Williams there who's driving forward to the ball. He was lucky he got a ricochet off Ashley Young there, but what a great strike it was. Pickford's just spilled it, and then he's realised he couldn't get to it. Another good save again on the second time.
It's a corner For Nottingham Forest, it might have been worse. Man City have beaten Leicester by 2-0. That is a result from the King Power Stadium. 63 minutes gone here. Everton 2-0 down and having to defend a corner over on the far left-hand side in front of the Forest fans. Clipped in. It's Breuer who gets his head on that one, and it's out. And we're going to see, it's another corner, but we're going to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin coming on, and I'll be interested to see who comes off. Might not be the only change either. Zach Patterson coming on. So a corner again for Nottingham Forest. Same place. Anthony Elanga to take it. There'll be an in-swinger from that left-hand side. Into the near post. It's towards Wood. That's another corner. Just a series of corners. They haven't been that great from Elanga. But he's got a third chance now, and there's a yellow card been shown there, I think to Ashley Young, was it?
Jordan Pickford.
Or Jordan Pickford.
You can see he's frustrated with the corner. He's picked the ball up and he's volleyed the ball over into the corner.
Corner again. In it goes again. Again, it's not a good one. It's headed away. But Nico Williams will scamper back for Nottingham Forest. We're going to see Nathan Patterson and Dominic Calvert-Lewin coming on shortly for Everton. Aina will play it forward now towards the far side, and they've got two over there as well. Here's Gibbs-White in towards the edge of the penalty area. Back out wide it goes. Anderson is over there. Here's Williams now for Nottingham Forest, just trying to get away from Abdoulaye Doucouré, and he's managed the edge of the box but ran into trouble. Can Everton break here? Doucouré, it's going to find Breuer now. He's got Lindstrom on his right hand side, and Dye trying to get forward as well. That's a really good play by Elanga to get back. There was no foul. Ball forward now towards Gibbs-White. Challenge comes in. It's Lindstrom on the far side. It's going to find Abdoulaye Doucouré. Can Everton find a bit of room? Iliman Ndiaye, centre of the field now, will work it out wide to Jesper Lindstrom. Mikalenko on the far side. In it goes. It's headed away though. It's Forest though, pick it up, but that was a heavy touch from Anthony Elanga. Little back heel by Tarkowski finds Lindstrom. Now Mangala. Everton still waiting to make the double substitution. The ball hasn't been out of place since they came to the touchline. Iliman Ndiaye. Oral Mangala. Mangala now will play it into Lindstrom. Ball just bounced high as he controlled it, so he had to go backwards. Centre circle now, and Branthwaite. Mikalenko. Here's Doucouré, but challenge came in from Dominguez, took it off him, and Forest, well, that's not a good ball, and picked up again by Branthwaite. So the possession definitely with Everton at the moment. It's just what can they do with it? Mangala gets it from Lindstrom, rolls it now to this left-hand side, and Mikalenko. Cross is not going to beat the first man. It bounces once, and Sells will pick it up, and Forest have it back. They just haven't found the final ball. Yeah,
and that's it. It's frustrating, isn't it? You can see there they're trying to play it, keep the ball, and then it comes out to Mikalenko. He takes the extra touch, and it takes the deflection, and it's easy for the goalkeeper.
Anderson, that's going to go out of play for an Everton throw, and finally now I think they can make the substitutions. Calvert-Lewin will come on for Idrissa Gana Gueye. So that's one. Forest are going to bring Willy Bolly on as well, just shore things up. So Gana Gueye will make way. Now the second one is going to be Ashley Young. So that's a straight swap. Yeah. Patterson for Ashley Young. We've got an injury at the moment as well as a substitution, so let's go to Prenton Park in League 2. Tranmere Barrow, Derek Jones.
Midway through the second half, still one apiece here. Chances both ends. Turnbull with a free header from Foley's corner. That was over. Patrick has just stung the palms of goalkeeper Farman with a shot from distance. Also a free kick that Farman had to touch over the bar as well. And just as you came over, Elliot Newby for Barrow on the break. And a decent save by Luke McGee at the other end. Still Tranmere 1, Barrow 1.
So 1-1 there, and that one's still in the balance. And Everton need a goal to somehow put this one back in the balance, but at the moment they're 2-0 down. And Chris Wood looks like he's going to go off, and presumably Bolly will come on for him. And no, that's not the change. So Sosa is going to come off, and Bolly will come on. And I think Everton will be glad to see the back of Ramon Sosa.
He's done well, didn't he? Especially in the first half. I think there was another opportunity at the beginning of the second half. I think they'll be glad to see that he's come off. just looking there, and Dyer hasn't really been in the game today, neither has he. He's had a couple of touches.
Ball is back with Tarkowski. Forest just for the moment are down to 10 men because Wood is still waiting to come back onto the field. He'll have to just wait a bit longer. Branthwaite and Jai trying to turn away from Bolly. No foul. Alanga. Aina will leave it now, and a good block from Breuer. So now we do have Breuer and Calvert-Lewin up top. It's a throw-in though for Nottingham Forest. And Bolly will take. But he's got gloves on, and now he's only just come on. He's taken the gloves off already, and now leaves it. And well, the crowd not happy with a bit of time wasting here from Nottingham Forest. And I think, in fact, there's a booking there for Milenkovic. So I think he said something, has he? Or
I don't know if it was for Milenkovic or it was for Bolly for the time wasting.
Throw-in is taken. We'll confirm that when we can. Calvert-Lewin towards Breuer, and that's now another stoppage because Aina's taken a knock there to his foot, so that's going to be a free kick, I think, for Nottingham Forest. 20 minutes to go plus whatever to add on. Everton need a goal very quickly, and again we talked about the chances created or lack of them in the first half, and it's been a similar story second half, Michelle.
Yeah, and that's what it's missing, isn't it? In terms of the spells of possession, but there's anything in terms of the final ball or the clear-cut chances. Instead, they're keeping the ball well. It's just a final decision for me.
Patterson now to Oral Mangala, and here's Branthwaite now, just up towards halfway. Mikolenko on the left. He's got Mangala square, but has to go back to Jarrod Branthwaite, and here's James Tarkowski now. He'll chip one forward looking for Patterson again. Couldn't control it. Nico Williams is there. Good challenge from he's given the corner. There was a bit of, you had to wait for that one. Which way was the flag going to come down? I'm not sure the assistant was 100% sure himself, but he's given Everton the corner. So Lindstrom to take. Right hand side, Gladys Street end. Branthwaite right behind Tarkowski by the penalty spot. Ndiaye, Decore, Breuer and Calvert-Lewin all forward as well. It'll be an outswing. It's a poor corner, no height on it. It's come back to Patterson though, and now Lindstrom will have another chance to run at Nico Williams. Can he get past him and get a cross in? He does. That's a better one. Bolly high up in the air, and Forrest just a bit fortunate there and will clear. Gibbs White, that's out of play. It's a throw for Everton, which Mikolenko needs to take quickly. Throws it back to Jarrod Branthwaite. Here's Decore. There's still time here for Everton if they can just get one. Mikolenko and Jai under pressure all the time by Ola Aina. It's out for a throw-in for Everton. Mikolenko to take. Throws it into Ndiaye, and he let the ball do the work and just get it away from Dominguez and find Nathan Patterson with the chance to cross here, which he does in towards the penalty area. It wasn't a bad cross, it's headed away though. The crosses have to be right with people like Bolly and Milenkovic back there.
They've been better,
and Morato.
The last two crosses have been much better from Lindstrom in swinger.
Branthwaite. Now James Tarkowski. Lofts it in high towards Calvert-Lewin, but just defender made sure he wasn't going to get anywhere near that. It's gone through to Matt Sells, and he will just wait and then clears towards the halfway line. Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Total Sport Merseyside live at Goodison Park will be at the London Stadium soon. The conclusion of this game for West Ham versus Liverpool with Mike Hughes and Mark Walters. Branthwaite now to Tarkowski. Looks like Beto's going to be coming on shortly. Patterson. Ball forward is cleared away. Fulham have taken the lead against Bournemouth at Craven Cottage by 2-1, and it's Harry Wilson with the goal. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 1. Still Tottenham 2, Wolves 1. Crystal Palace leading Southampton by 2-1, and Man City have beaten Leicester 2-0. Here's Mangala. Branthwaite to Corey. Now back to James Tarkowski now for Everton. Patterson making a run down the right-hand side. Gets it now. Chance to cross. It's a low one in towards Mangala, near post, but wide. And I don't think there was a touch from the goalkeeper. And it's a goal kick. And now Beto, I think, will come on now, will he? And he's going to come on for Armando Broja. So, got his start today. His afternoon is over, and not too many opportunities for him in the game.
No, I think you can see he's trying now in terms of his work rate. He's chased the ball down, but he hasn't really been in the game much. We've seen in the first half, he had to come out of a position deep into the midfield to get on the ball.
A couple of substitutions now for Nottingham Forest, and Morgan Gibbs-White, scorer of the second goal, is going to go off. Atayu Awonyi is going to come on. Jota Silva is also going to come on, and Chris Wood will go off. Chris Wood. So both the goal scorers for Nottingham Forest are now making way, and Awonyi and Jota are coming on for Forest, but they're looking good at the moment. 2-0 with about 16 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think it's in and out of possession, isn't it, for Forest? You can see what they're trying to do. It's the work rate as well. As soon as they lose the ball up top, you've got the whole team then defending.
It's a goal kick, which we're waiting for Matt Sells to take, now that the substitutions have been made. Sells now, the whistle blows. Long over the halfway line. Ball is headed in by Alanga. Awonyi got there, his first touch. Ball is played forward, and now there's a challenge on Tarkowski, who's gone to ground. It's a free kick for Everton, but Pickford will come right out of his goal to take this. And in the meantime, Mikalenko's gone to retrieve the ball and probably could have left it for somebody else to do that, and now has to sprint forward to join the attack. Free kick for Everton. Pickford about 10 or 12 yards inside the Everton half will take this free kick. Plays it in low and flat, and that's just going to go straight through to Matt Sells. Puts his hand up as if to say, yeah, not a good one. But that's been the story of the day, really.
Yeah, and it's one of those dead balls where you think we could get something from this, but it was too straight, right down the middle.
Sells with the clearance, high downfield. He's going to find Tarkowski. Again with the long, high ball forward, looking for Jesper Lindstrom. And he did well to get something on that. Has he got a throw? And he has, off Nico Williams. Taken quickly. Patterson rides one challenge. Patterson still has it in towards Mangala. Inside the penalty area. Will it fall for Calvert-Lewin? It won't. And Forest scramble the ball away, only as far as Branthwaite. Turns away from Awonyi. And back it goes to Jordan Pickford from Tarkowski. Pickford's high ball forward towards Iliman Ndiaye. Did well to get away from Aina there. And he's turned away from Dominguez as well. It's still with Iliman Ndiaye. Was he fouled there? Yeah, the referee had a look and eventually says yes. Just got a little bit of a nudge, which knocked him off his feet. I
think it's great play again from Ndiaye, isn't it? He's just so clever with the ball. You can feel that the defender up against him, and the slightest nudge, he's gone down and won the free kick. I was debating whether the referee was going to give that then.
Yeah, he let it go for a while, didn't he? Unless he was trying to see if there would be any kind of advantage, but there wasn't. But Everton have a free kick. 77 minutes gone. 2-0 down. Jesper Lindstrom has the responsibility here, although Mikalenko's not too far away from the situation as well. Referee will blow the whistle. Gladys Street End, and he goes for goal. It took a deflection, and it's a corner. So Lindstrom, having taken that free kick, will now take the corner. Left hand side, Gladys Street End. Everyone has stayed forward. Let's see what the delivery is like this time from this left hand side. In it goes. That's a higher one towards the far post, headed away, or rather punched away by the goalkeeper. And Anderson will clear on the far side for Nottingham Forest. Bit of rain now falling at Goodison Park. Morato. Downfield it goes, but only as far as Tarkowski. That wasn't the best touch. And some easy possession now for Nottingham Forest. Anderson, Alanga, just outside the Everton penalty area, in towards Jota, who's got a chance to clip it across. It's cleared by Mikalenko. And Ndiaye will keep it in play over on the far side. Good run, but then runs into trouble and then was fouled, was he? Yes, free kick. Let's go to Prenton Park. Tranmere Barrow, Derek Jones.
13 minutes left here, still one apiece. Tranmere forcing the pressure their way towards our right-hand side. Cam Norman's on in place of Leo Connor. Sam Foley directing things in midfield but trying to create an opportunity as Foley takes the corner. Now it's still inside the penalty area and they get that one away from danger. The Tranmere threatening, but it's still Tranmere 1, Barrow 1.
Thanks, Derek. Everton coming forward, looking for a way back into this game. Here's Nathan Patterson. Patterson with the ball in towards Calvert-Lewin. There's the 1-2, across it goes. Oh, again, it just won't fall for a blue shirt. It'll come back towards Tarkowski. That was a decent move from Everton down the right. But when the ricochets come, they just don't fall for Everton.
Just not falling to an Everton playing in the box, is it?
Lindstrom, he just slipped but managed to recover. Plays it back to Mangala. He's got Mikalenko now further wide on this left-hand side. There's the cross in towards Calvert-Lewin. It'll come down towards Illiman and Jai. Well, he struck it, but into the ground and wide. And you can see the disappointment on his face, but it's wide of the goal once again.
Yeah, it's better from Everton, isn't it, down the right-hand side since Patterson's come on. You can see him and Lindstrom are trying to link up. So it's a great ball in from Mikalenko on the left-hand side. Then it's the player he wanted to fall to, doesn't it? And die on the edge of the box, but he just swipes across it.
Forest are going to make another double substitution in a minute. Harry Toffolo and James Ward-Prowse are poised to come on as Sells again with the goal kick downfield. Cleared by Mikalenko for Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin does well to hold that and find Lindstrom now for Everton. Here's Mangala, centre circle, but now further forward. Mikalenko on his outside. If he can just find a blue shirt, it's Njai. Now to Mikalenko. There's the cross in towards the far side, and the header down by Calvert-Lewin. Comfortable in the end. Was on target, but comfortable save, I think you can say.
It was hard to generate the power from the cross, weren't it? It was a lofted cross in from Mikalenko, and it's just landed on Calvert-Lewin without any power or anything behind it. You can see a comfortable save for the keeper.
Who clears now again, high over the halfway line. Forest win it with a Wanyi, but then that's off. Aina for a throw in for Everton. They might make the substitutions now, so off will come Nico Williams. Toffolo will come on, and Ward-Prowse will come on for Elliot Anderson. But from Nottingham Forest's point of view, it's been an impressive performance today. You can see why they're so high in the table. Good defensively, and they've got that threat going forward. It's a good combination.
Yeah, it's like young talent as well, isn't it, going forward in terms of the speed and the power that they've got in the front three.
Nico Williams are off, and play will resume with a throw in for Everton. But time is not on their side. 81.5 minutes have elapsed. Well, they need something to happen, and happen quickly. Branthwaite with a high ball towards the far side, headed away. That'll give Everton a throw in. Decore will retrieve the ball. Throw's been actually taken. Here's Decore. Now Patterson. Patterson gets a low cross in, but Morato with a sliced ball away. That's a throw in down by the corner flag. They've made a bit of ground there. Patterson to take the throw in. Throws it back now to James Tarkowski. No change elsewhere in the Premier League. Crystal Palace 2, Southampton 1. Ball back to Pickford. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 1. Tottenham 2, Wolves 1. Still to come, we'll have commentary on West Ham versus Liverpool. High ball forward towards Beto. Won't find him, and Jai can't get there, but Mangala will for Everton. And they've got a couple of plays over on the right-hand side. Decore. It went the other way, but now it's out wide. Patterson. Patterson, little ball in now to Lindstrom. Lindstrom with the cross in towards Calvert-Lewin. It's just wide with the flashing header. And close, but not close enough.
You're just waiting for that one to go in the back of the net, but it's a great play again on the right-hand side. There's a little bit more urgency, isn't there, from Patterson and Lindstrom over the right-hand side. It's a good ball in again with his left foot. Lindstrom, and then Calvert-Lewin just... You can see just gets a little flick on it, but it's too far wide of the post.
So Sells could take another goal kick. And still Tranmere 1, Barrow 1 at Prenton Park. 2-0 for Nottingham Forest here. Wanyi battling, and well, he's got the free kick off the referee from the challenge from James Tarkowski. So Forest I'm sure won't need to. They don't need to, do they? They can take the time over everything. They have a free kick halfway inside the Everton half. 2-0 it remains. It was Willy Bolly who was booked earlier on. You can see that on the scoreboard now. Free kick for Forest. Here's the substitute Toffolo. Alanga showed too much to Patterson, but he's got to keep the ball in play down by the byline. Did well to get it away and find Calvert-Lewin, who can try and hold it up now, but the ball will come back to Iwanyi. Foul on Calvert-Lewin. Free kick for Everton. Need to take it quickly. It's going to be taken by Jordan Pickford to Jarrod Branthwaite. 84 minutes on the clock. Doucouré will feed it out wide to Nathan Patterson. Patterson with Calvert-Lewin further forward down that right-hand channel. Just drifts across towards the penalty area. Mangala lofts it in first time to Iliman Ndiaye. Lets it run now to Nathan Patterson, to Mykolenko, I should say. Mykolenko trying to get away from Aina, but he takes some getting past. He's had a good game, and that's good defending to get it clear. Branthwaite battling for possession. Mangala trying to get it down, but it's going to find only Jota now for Nottingham Forest, who can make ground down this right-hand side. He's gone away from Mangala. Good challenge from Branthwaite. Doucouré. And Ndiaye now for Everton. Nice turn away from the substitute Ward-Prowse, and then plays it into Mykolenko, who's onside. The cross is very long and very high. Lindstrom can't get there. It's going to be cleared by Toffolo on that far side. Downfield anywhere will do, I think, for Forest now. They'll clearly settle for what they've got. Ball back now to Pickford. Here's Doucouré. Now Lindstrom. Lindstrom with a chance to cross. That's a terrible cross. It's gone one bounce and out. Really just sums up the afternoon, I suppose. Yeah,
they're just overhit, aren't they? The one with Mykolenko just before that as well. You can see he's got a crossing opportunity to drive the ball in to an Everton player, and he's lofted it in the end. It's missed everyone out, and the same again from Lindstrom. Too much power on it. It's missed everyone in the box.
And the defender is down injured inside the penalty area, so we've just got a little break in play here. Quite a few people now are leaving Goodison Park, have seen enough, and it's a shame because Everton have worked so hard to get away points at the likes of Arsenal, here against Chelsea, and away to Manchester City, but it is victories they need to start getting, and it was never going to be easy today, and so it's proved.
Yeah, and I think the second goal was disappointing when it was from our own possession and just a little bit of mix up of communication, which was the game changer really, isn't it?
Sells now will take the goal kick. It's over the head of Mykolenko. It'll go out of play for an Everton throw. But there's a bit of an air of inevitability about it now. Almost 87 minutes gone. And 2-0 down. Tarkowski, high forward towards Beto. Beto with a header. It's just wide of Calvert-Lewin, who will pick up the loose ball though. Finds Patterson. That's a bit short for Calvert-Lewin. And he's got the throw in over on the far side. Here's Doucouré. Now to Tarkowski, who will play a high ball in towards Beto. Here's Ndiaye. Can he control it? Not quite. It's going to be cleared away by Jota Silva. Jarrod Branthwaite lofts the ball in towards Beto with the header and a diving save from Sells, who saw it all the way. It was a good ball in, and he got his head on that one, Beto. There's a short corner on here. Everton have taken it, and Ndiaye gets the cross in, which is blocked. Comes back to Beto. Little low ball in towards Mykolenko. Not quite the ball he wanted, and it's Mykolenko knocked off it on the near side touchline. And there's a break on here for Nottingham Forest if Everton aren't careful. It's Alanga. Tarkowski stayed with him, but they can't work it well enough, Forest, and Everton have got it back. But we're now in the last 2 minutes of normal time. Wolves have equalised against Tottenham. Would you believe it? And now is there a foul there? Free kick for Everton? No. Play will go on. Strand Larsen's got the equaliser for Wolves. 2-2 in that one. And Jai. Centre circle now, and Decore. Everton need a goal and hope that there's a fair amount of stoppage time. Here's Lindstrom. Out wide now to Patterson on the Everton right. Patterson again. It's gone back to Tarkowski, halfway line. Mangala. A lot of space now as Forest just keeping everyone back, basically. Branthwaite. Plays it short to Mangala. Branthwaite again. Just goes on a little run, trying to get away from Dominguez. But he's been forced into a bit of a cul-de-sac. Goes down. He's got the free kick. Trying to take matters into his own hands, are they there, Branthwaite?
Yeah, you can see his frustration. He's on the ball. He's taking the extra touch, looking for the player to free himself up. But he's done well there to win the free kick outside the area.
So Palace leading Southampton by 2-1. Fulham 2-1 up against Bournemouth. Tottenham 2, Wolves 2. Man City have already beaten Leicester 2-0, and still to come West Ham, Liverpool. We've got commentary to come on Total Sport Merseyside. Free kick for Everton. The 90 minutes are almost up. Free kick for Everton, and Jai takes it. It's headed away. Bournemouth have equalised. Mikalenko's got to be careful here, and Jota Silva's away, and here's Elanga. He's through on goal. Elanga to finish it off. Good save, but it's not over yet. And Pickford again saves from a 1-year to corner, but that might have wrapped it up.
Wow, what a save again from Pickford there. He's literally the last man, isn't he? And he throws himself at the ball, and he's got the rebound again. And that's what we were saying earlier in the pre-match. That save's outstanding. The second save to go over the crossbar.
5 minutes of stoppage time here at Goodison Park, but the ball's at the wrong end of the pitch. It's a corner for Nottingham Forest, but Pickford to the rescue there. Ouattara with the equaliser for Bournemouth at Craven Cottage. 2-2 there. 2-0 for Nottingham Forest. Game ebbing away from Everton. Forest have got the ball down by the corner flag, just want to eat up some seconds. It's out of play for another Forest throw. Ola Aina will wait to take it. Throw it now to Awoniyi. Again, this time Everton have got the throw. Mikalenko to take. Back to James Tarkowski. Turns away from Pickford and brings the ball out of defence now, the Everton captain. Tarkowski, long towards Calvert-Lewin. Got his head across that one, but it was behind Beto and cleared away. It'll be picked up by Vitaly Mikalenko, just inside the Nottingham Forest half. Calvert-Lewin is Njai. Infield, good ball to Oral Mangala. Square now is Decore. Wanted to play it forward but couldn't quite. Goes back to Tarkowski. Patterson. Low ball forward now to Decore. Little touch now. Lindstrom inside the penalty area. Goes down. Now there was a shout there. Now Forest have got a break on. It's 3 against 3, but I don't know whether there was a penalty shout there on Lindstrom. Here's Anthony Elanga. Forward he goes. Good challenge from Decore to get it off. Beto to get it off him, and he's been fouled now by Ward-Prowse, who's injured himself in the process. So we'll have a bit more to add on maybe, because Ward-Prowse has gone down. But I wonder whether there was a penalty shout there. We might just get another look at it now. Is he being held there enough? The shirt's being pulled.
You can see he's pulling on the shirt, can't you?
I think Everton might have had at least a VAR look at that. It's a free kick. Pickford takes it. And there's a bit of pulling again going on there, I think on Tarkowski that time, but it's cleared high into the stand. And a few more empty seats visible around Goodison Park now as people make their way from the ground, as Patterson plays it high forward towards Iliman Njai. Does well to control that on the edge of the penalty area, plays the ball in, but that's going to go straight through to Sells. No problems for the Forest goalkeeper. who's made a couple of what you would say regulation comfortable saves, but nothing more than that.
So there's a couple more saves to make, hasn't he, in the second half, but nothing too extravagant. I think there's a couple off Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well and Beto.
Only got about a minute and a half to go here. We'll be down at the London Stadium for West Ham versus Liverpool with Mike Hughes and Mark Walters. We'll get a full-time report from Derek Jones at Prenton Park. 1-1. I think it's still the latest score if it's not full-time yet in that one. Keep you right up to date with that one. Awanyi. And then Jota Silva plays it forward, but that's going to be picked up by Jarrad Branthwaite. Jordan Pickford. But we're now into the last minute. He'll play it forward towards Beto. It's over his head. Lindstrom almost had a chance on that one. Dominguez will clear. It's going to be picked up by Oral Mangala. Mangala again. Here's Decore. Looks up, plays the cross in towards Calvert-Lewin, but the flag is up full time. Crystal Palace have beaten Southampton by 2-1. That is the result. Palace were on the same number of points as Everton as well before start of play. Leicester have lost against Manchester City. Southampton were bottom anyway. And Wolves 2-2 at the moment against Tottenham. That'll be a valuable point for them, and that's where this result today doesn't really do Everton any favours. Phone lines will be open after the Liverpool game. 0800 731 9333. And if you do want to give us a call and book your call for later on, you can, as the referee blows the final whistle, and you can hear you can hear the frustration from the Everton fans around the ground. It was always going to be a tough game today, so it proved. Forest have won this by 2-0, and Everton's good little run has come to an end. And I think Forest have done a job on Everton today. Yeah, you can hear the frustration on the final whistle. There was not much to really look back on in terms of the first half or the second half. There were some chances, but they weren't really clear cuts. That would give Sells an opportunity to make a save. I think it was Beto who had the best chance in the last 10 minutes. But I think in terms of Everton, it's disappointing, because if you look at the second goal, it was from our mistake. Decore's at time, he's played the ball back to Mikalenko. It hasn't reached him, and then Gibbs Rice being able to get on the ball. And we said earlier the quality that they've got in the team and going forward, but they held themselves well today, I think, in terms of defensively and attacking. They made the changes. They were able to bring some of the key players off as well with about 15 minutes to go. Nottingham Forest are up to second as things stand in the table, so they will celebrate over on the far side with their supporters who are loving it. Obviously, what a season they're having. But for Everton, who troop off now applauding the fans at the Gladys Street end, but they've got to regroup quickly, because Bournemouth away is not going to be easy on Saturday. No, and that's what we were saying earlier in terms of the fixtures that we've got coming up. Bournemouth's not going to be an easy game as well. I think the changes he made in the second half, Patterson gave a little bit more, and Lindstrom, they were a little bit more on the front foot. Going forward in terms of the crosses, the first half we were looking at the crosses and they weren't missing the first man, but what it was from Everton today, it was that final product, weren't it? The final ball and even the finishing in the end, that's just let us down today. Saw some nice moments from Illiman and Jai from time to time, but Matt Sells really didn't have to make too many serious saves. Do you think he'll go with Breuer again at Bournemouth on the weekend, or will he change things again? Yeah, I think he'll go with Breuer again. He may swap the right hand side, I said, going into the first half, and Jack Harrison, he looked a little bit tired today, but you've just seen there playing up front with Calvert-Lewin. It's possible, isn't it? It's just who would you drop now for the next game? But I think they have to regroup now, go again and build the momentum from there. We said this is the part of the season where it does get a little bit scrappy and messy, but it's important that we regroup and we're ready to go for the Bournemouth game. Michelle, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Michelle Hinnigan joining us on commentary on Total Sport Merseyside. You can book your call if you want to join us later on after the Liverpool game to give your thoughts on this one. 0800 731 9333. But ultimately it's disappointment for Everton here at Goodison Park, because the final score, Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 2.
Thank you very much, Ian Kennedy. Yeah, you can book your calls for the phone-in. We'll get to it later on. Meanwhile, we have another full-time whistle, this time at Prenton Park. Derek Jones.
Tranmere Rovers 1, Barrow 1. Tranmere going behind on 10 minutes. Robbie Gotts with a fierce shot come cross inside the penalty area, deflected off Turnbull. A Turnbull own goal as it went past Luke McGee, and Barrow had that early lead. Tranmere on level terms on 35. Saunders brought down by Paul Farman as his pace got him just in front of the keeper on the edge of the penalty area. Amari Patrick shooting past the goalkeeper, his 8th goal of the season, to make it 1 apiece at the break. Both sides could have won it in the second half. Patrick brought 2 really good saves out of Paul Farman. Luke McGee with a terrific double save to deny Newby near the end. Vassell hit the crossbar for Barrow in the last 10. Christian Dennison as a sub almost forced it past the goalkeeper. Vassell with a great block on the goal line to stop him giving Tranmere the winner. Either side settled for a point in the end here in a really fierce encounter. It finished Tranmere 1, Barrow 1.
Thank you very much, Derek Jones. This is Total Sport Merseyside coverage of Liverpool's trip to West Ham. Coming up, I can tell you the other full times from the Premier League so far today. Leicester City 0, Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 2, Southampton 1, and it looks like 2 that are still just about going. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2, and Spurs 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. In fact, it's just gone full time at Fulham. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2 is a full time score. But for our first commentary, I'm afraid Everton's run of holding those sides, doing well at the top of the Premier League, has come to an end.
Ball forward towards Wood now inside the penalty area, over the goalkeeper and in the back of the net. And Nottingham Forest have the lead. It's Chris Wood. Well, in the end, it was a simple finish, just lobbing the ball on the volley over Jordan Pickford and into the back of the empty net. And Forest, well, after a good start from Everton, Forest have just got themselves into the game, and now they've got the opening goal again this season. Branthwaite, and that's a bit short, and Alanga will pick it up now for Forest. Here's Wood, Gibbs White on the far side. Here's Gibbs White, 1 touch, 2nd touch is a goal, and Nottingham Forest double their advantage. And Everton caught at the back, and it's a long way back from this now. There's half an hour to go, and it's Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 2.
Live Premier League football.
BBC Radio Merseyside.
Szoboszlai who hits it! Oh! What a start! And what a first goal for Dominic Szoboszlai. Comes back to Trent Alexander-Arnold! Oh, he's done it! Unbelievable!
Mo Salah down towards the dead ball and left foot in. Oh my goodness! What a stunning finish from Mo Salah.
Alexis McAllister! Oh, that's brilliant! What a hit from Alexis McAllister!
BBC Radio Merseyside.
So that is first part of Total Sport done and dusted. Now for the second instalment this Sunday afternoon, the Liverpool juggernaut look to turn the screw at the top of the Premier League table with another 3 points at West Ham today. Full exclusive local radio commentary to come from 5:15 kickoff, not that far away now on 95.8 FM, DAB, BBC Sounds and Freeview Channel 714 at the London Stadium. For us are Mark Walters and Mike Hughes.
Good evening.
It's another big game for Liverpool as they keep on coming. Liverpool with this tremendous advantage that they built up after the victory against Leicester City on Boxing Night. And they come to the London Stadium with a real opportunity, you would think on the face of it, of at least keeping that advantage intact. There are still games to come, of course, over the next couple of days of this particular game week. Then we have a bit of a break to the weekend, and after this, the big one for Liverpool, of course. It's always a big one when Manchester United come to town. But Mark Walters, Liverpool so far this season, and Christmas kind of epitomises it. I mean, you were with me at Tottenham just a couple of days before Christmas, last Sunday, 6-3 and then 3-1 against Leicester. The good sheep Liverpool just keeps on going on the crest of a wave.
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Mike. Yeah, I totally agree. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, this juggernaut, as you say, keeps rolling, and all the big clubs. What happens when you get into this roll, it just gets bigger and bigger, and it's a massive game again today. Firstly, because I think if we do win today, it's a psychological boost to our season, because there's not many teams lose the league with that kind of extended points total that we have already. I can only think of Newcastle back in the day who let a lead like this slip. So this is a fantastic situation for the club, for the players and for the supporters. And as I said, if we can win again today, this will be a real psychological boost for the upcoming games, which are again coming thick and fast.
Well, Liverpool have taken 20 points from a possible 24 away from home in the league so far this season. 6 wins and 2 draws in all competitions on the road this season. Liverpool have won 11 and drawn 2 of 13 matches. In fact, they're undefeated in their last 15 away games in all competitions. 11 wins and 4 draws, and that's since losing the Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. So it just shows, under the new manager, the fundamentals away from home are pretty much the same as they are when they're at Anfield.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is. I think they look fitter, they look more controlled when they play, and obviously the results are coming in. And obviously fantastic results that are happening as well. So at the moment everything's falling into place. The players are playing well. Szoboszlai has been fantastic the last few games. Unfortunately, I believe he's suspended today, but he really epitomised how well they're playing and how thorough they are with everything they do. And what I enjoy most is how they play through the thirds, from defence playing into midfield and midfield into Mo Salah generally, and who obviously his finishing has been exemplary the last few weeks.